Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much. So hello, everyone. My name is Chris Schaffer. I'm a faculty member here in the biomedical engineering department. And I'm just going to take a few minutes to tell you about two kinds of things that you can do as an undergraduate in BME. The first is an international experience that we've gotten off the ground in the last year or so with a university in Tanzania. And then I'm going to talk about being involved in the research mission of the university as an undergraduate. So first, we have a newly initiated program that is a partnership with a biomedical engineering department at Arusha Technical College in Tanzania. Arusha is in the northern part of Tanzania, which is, as you know, a country in Southeast Africa. The focus of this program is really to try to understand and identify unmet clinical needs in the Tanzania healthcare environment and try to design and develop new devices that could help meet those needs. And also to try to learn about existing medical equipment and how it works, and more importantly, maybe how it fails, by spending time diagnosing and repairing problems with medical equipment in Tanzania. I think it's really important to see how things fail. Otherwise, you often will design in the same failure modes when you're the one making a device. So the way this program works is over the summer, we have a group of students that spend a month in Tanzania, partnered with an equal-sized group of students from Arusha Technical College. And we go out into the local health clinics and hospitals and diagnose and repair problems in medical equipment there. And then we shadow in a broad variety of different clinical environments. We meet with clinicians and other healthcare providers and try to identify medical needs that are not being met by the current healthcare environment. After we come back to the United States, the students that we were partnered with in Tanzania, they come here to Cornell for a month, and Cornell students act as their hosts. And during that time, our goal is to try to take those unmet needs and convert them into project ideas, something that if we were able to build and produce this device, that it could help address that clinical unmet need. And then we also spend some time exploring research in medical environments here in the US. And then finally, this all happens during the summer between your junior and your senior year. And in all engineering programs, the senior year, one of the major components of it is this senior design experience. So over the course of a year, you design and build a prototype device that accomplishes some problem. So for students who participate in this program, that senior design experience is actually an international collaboration with these students that you were partnered with from Tanzania. So we just had the first year of this program. Like I say, it's something that students participate in between their junior and their senior year. It was, things went quite well. You can see here some photos from the trip that we took. We had a wonderful group this time of 6 Cornell and 6 Tanzanian students, along with some teaching staff from both Arusha Technical College and from Cornell University. The project that this year's team decided on was to develop a device that could be used to diagnose something called cervical insufficiency. This is when the cervix becomes too thin and is unable to support the weight of a baby in a pregnant woman. And this is a leading cause of premature birth, and it can be quite tricky to diagnose. It's typically diagnosed using advanced imaging tools like intravaginal ultrasound here in the United States. So this group of students from Cornell and in consultation with their partners from Arusha Technical College have designed a small device that would be able to make a quantitative measurement of the mechanical properties of the cervix, which could then help with diagnostics for cervical insufficiency. So in the next couple of minutes here, I wanted to switch gears and talk to you about being involved in research as an undergraduate. As you probably appreciate at Cornell University, research is one of the really important things that we do. undergraduate education, graduate and professional education, and the scholarship, the research we do. These are all sort of those are the critical pillars of what Cornell does as an institution. And that research mission is not something that's kind of separated from the undergraduate teaching and certainly from the graduate teaching mission. In fact, those things are all blended together, and you can become involved in that cutting edge research mission as an undergraduate. So in the biomedical engineering department here, more than half of our undergraduates have participated in research with faculty. All of the labs in biomedical engineering, and to be honest, most research groups at Cornell have significant numbers of undergraduate researchers, and often coming from many different disciplines all over the university. So it can be an opportunity to hear different perspectives from people who have been trained in ways that are different from you. This research can be, as an undergraduate, a fantastic opportunity to interact in a much smaller environment with faculty, graduate students, and other scientists, and contribute to that, that research mission to discover new knowledge and invent new technologies. And in the context of biomedical engineering, what that really means is developing tools and knowledge that improve our understanding of disease, our ability to accurately diagnose disease, and our ability to be able to favorably treat disease. And in the last 2 minutes here, I just want to tell you, I'm going to point a little bit at some of my own work, but the point I want to try to make is what an incredibly major role undergraduates play in the research mission here at Cornell University. So I'm just going to tell you about some work that my lab has published in the last year, published or written in the last year of our series of papers. And I'm going to super quickly tell you what the science is about, but the main thing I want to emphasize is the role of undergraduates. So people with Alzheimer's disease have about a 30% reduction in blood flow to their brain, which probably contributes to the memory problems. People have known about this for decades, but it's not been clear what causes it. In mice that were engineered to get Alzheimer's disease, we found that blood flow decrease is caused by some of the very smallest blood vessels, individual capillaries, that get plugged with a white blood cell. And we discovered a way to fix that, where we could make those plugged capillaries start flowing again. And when we did that, blood flow speed improved in the brain, and associated with that improvement in blood flow speed, there was an improvement in memory function. So if this same mechanism that we've discovered in mice turns out to be true in humans, and if the impact of improving blood flow in humans is as big as the impact was in improving in mice, then this could be something that could really could be important for people who have Alzheimer's disease. It wouldn't be a cure, but it could be something that could significantly alleviate symptoms. So this is a paper that appeared about a year ago that first described these findings. And all of the authors that are outlined here in red were undergraduate researchers. Here's a second follow-up paper that appeared later that year with, again, half the authors on here, undergraduate researchers. Here's one that we're just submitting. We just submitted a few weeks ago. Here's one we're working on right now, where an undergraduate is the first author, the second author of the paper. So I just wanted to make the point that as one of the key missions of an institution like Cornell University is research. And there is both the opportunity to become involved in that research, and frankly, the fact that the institution is in many ways dependent upon the research activity of undergraduates for us to meet our role.
All right.